Not good morning, good evening, Liz. New. What is up, everybody? What is up? We made it. We're here. Hello, Nikki and Liz. Thank you very much. We have made it here to the Diaolou cluster here at Chikan ancient town. I just got in. It's 11 a.m. And thank you, Pamela, Mazzy King. Great to see you, Mazzy King. Don't usually see you in the evening live streams, but great to see you. All right, the live stream just got started 30 seconds ago. We are at the most popular tourist spot here in the city of Kaiping. Like Garnita and Mark, thank you. What is up, everybody? It is hot. We're about to get this thing started. First thing, let's show you guys a map. All right. Thank you, Mark and Mike. We're going to show you a little map of where we are. We're right here. All right. We just got started. We're getting started right now. I think that's where we are. We're going to explore this entire place. It's called Chikan ancient town. I did get a haircut, Annie. Before I got on the road, I did get a haircut. Man, let's just walk around. Let's just walk around. Now, listen, the first thing is that there is a church inside this ancient town. You have to remember, this is a place that has a lot of ancestry related to the overseas Chinese people. 200 years ago, 150 years ago, 300 years ago, this place was extremely poor. Thank you, Sandy. This is a very impoverished place. Therefore, a lot of people left this place to go overseas to look for jobs and a way to feed their families. They came back, once they made a little bit of money, they came back and they built up this entire community. And in 2007, everything that they built was incorporated into the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay, thank you, Pat Zurich. So everything we're about to see today is a part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Thank you, Nobody of Note. It's also just a very quaint and a very, very nice ancient town. Rita and Teresa, thank you. Great to see everybody. It's a very, very nice ancient town that's now open to tourism. There's a lot of tourists who come here. So we're just going to walk around. We're not going to stress out about the signal. Hopefully the signal is going to cooperate with us. Rita and Indigo, thank y'all. Great to see you guys. Dongato. Happy Sunday evening, everybody. Happy Sunday evening. What you're going to see today is going to be very, very beautiful. And this is the primary reason we came to the city of Jiangmen, was to come to this ancient city. It's a Monday morning for me. Thank you, Nana. So there's not a lot of people here. All right, which is perfect for us, both in the sense that we're not going to have a lot of competition for the cell phone signal, and it's just going to be a quieter experience. Thank you, Terry. Nobody of Note, and Cindy. Thank you. The key thing to remember today, everybody, is that this is a combination. Drea and Pat Zurich, thank you. This is a combination of West meets East, or East meets West. Everything you see here is going to combine traditional Chinese architecture with traditional European architecture. It's going to create something that we don't see in America, we don't see in Europe, we can only see it here in China. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Michelle. And thank you, Edwin and Sandy and Jessica. Thank you, everybody. Let's keep it moving. It's a freaking beautiful little place to just walk around. Good evening, Shauna. Good evening, everybody. We just got started a couple minutes ago, so we're going to let the algorithm do its thing. Please tap on your screens, send those likes, share this live stream, and if you haven't, please follow the channel. This place is quiet, by the way. What up, Dream? What is up, Dream? This place is quiet. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, TK. Great to see everybody. All right, this is going to be the first example. Check this out right here. This is going to be the first example of what I'm talking about. Y'all see these buildings right here? Thank you, AC. How? It's very, very interesting, right? You look at these buildings here, they got these European elements. Charlie, man, I appreciate the subs. Jeff and AC, thank you. Charlie, I appreciate the subs, man. I appreciate that. Building a community. Thank you, Jeff and AC and Charlie. You see how these buildings have a lot of European elements? You see that? Thank you, Nana. If you got a sub from Charlie, please give him a word of thank you. Thank you, Nana. Look at this. Very, very beautiful. Now, back in the early 1900s, all right, think about back in the early 1900s when so many of these overseas Chinese people were coming back from overseas, coming back from Malaysia, from Southeast Asia, from America, from Europe. Does anybody know the answer why they built these hanging tower structures that we're about to see today? Does anybody know the answer? Thank you, nobody of note, and Ty Nunez. Anybody know the answer? You see, look at that. It's another very European architecture right there. Let's just keep walking around. Does anybody know the answer of why they decided to build these hanging towers? Anybody have a guess? Thank you, Chris and Guy Huss. Anybody? The primary reason they built it was they were considered targets. This entire place was extremely impoverished 300 years ago, 200 years ago, 100 years ago. This was a very, very poor place. So for a lot of these folks, when they come back from overseas, they had money. And there's a lot of local bandits that knew that these folks had money. So what the bandits would do is they would come and rob them. Thank you, Steph and David Wu. They would rob their families. So what they needed to do was to protect themselves. So this is why they built these structures called the hanging towers that you can't find anywhere else in China. You can't find it anywhere else in China except Guangdong province, except here in Cantonese in this area. We're gonna see one very far in the distance there. Is to make sure that their family doesn't get robbed. Does that make sense? Thank you, Jim C. It's primarily a defensive mechanism. All right, before we see some more, let's just admire these buildings, man. This is freaking beautiful. Thank you, Lady Def. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at this. And Liz, that's our first one. Thank you, Liz. This place is freaking beautiful, man. We're just gonna chill out. This is gonna be a good one for people who like scenery, and this is a good one for people who like history. You know, we're not gonna run into a lot of people today. We're just gonna enjoy some scenery out here and just chill out. You know, we're just gonna chill out this morning. Thank you, Liz. I've always wanted to come here. It's actually only about an hour and a half from Shenzhen, but for some reason I've never been here. Thank you, Justin and Liz. So people used to live here. All right, so this is where the story is gonna get interesting. A lot of these places used to be occupied, but after the Communist Party took power in 1949, a lot of them left China. Because you got to understand, thank you, Nandita and Jessica, you have to understand, a lot of them were already overseas to begin with. So after 1949, when the Chinese Communist Party took over China, they decided to go back overseas. So a lot of these buildings became abandoned. Nobody lived in it. They just totally abandoned it. Thank you, AC and Carolina. So what the government did is the government just turned these things into a tourist attraction. Does that make sense? So today you can go into individual Diaolou. Okay, you can go into them. They turned it into a tourist attraction. Now my question is, thank you, Give Me an AC, from the perspective of property rights, who technically owns the buildings? What if I was the grandson of someone who used to live here and I wanted to claim my family's home? Because these do generate revenue. These do generate a lot of revenue and they attract a lot of tourists. What if I wanted to have claim ownership? What would happen? It's a good question. Thank you, Nandita and Alicia. So very, very, I want to show, the primary purpose today is I want to show you guys a lot of Diaolou. Okay, a lot of this UNESCO World Heritage Site. But these all used to be occupied. Okay, a lot of these used to be occupied, but now they've been turned into hotels. They've been turned into, but these all used to be people's homes, you know, but they just abandoned it. They just totally abandoned it. But now you can see this one right here is a hotel. Okay, these are all luxury hotels now. Thank you, Callie, Sarah, Callie, thank you very much. Let's keep moving. Like you see this one right here. Where else in this world besides Europe do you see architecture style like this. I mean, we in southern China right now. Thank you, Delilah and Sumaya. Look at this. Look at this architecture style y'all see right here. Don't this look like a British or a German castle? A Romanian castle? Look how freaking gorgeous this is. How's my signal, everyone? Is the signal okay? You guys are able to hear me and see me well? Thank you, Shauna. And look at this. So $20 to get in here. It's not cheap. And it's also an hour to get here. It's definitely a pretty expensive place. Look how beautiful this is. Thank you, Jennifer. Signal's good, Rita? Okay, good. Thank you, Mo. Hopefully it stays that way. Thank you, Lee. I'm going to take my face out of it. All right? And see if you guys want to take a little screenshot because it is absolutely gorgeous over here. Friggin' beautiful. Hello in Middle Tennessee, my brother. Thank you. Hello, hello, Elias. Thank you. Thank you, Apollonia. Look at this place. Thank you, Jojo. Joe. Apollonia. Look at this place. Thank you, Jojo. Nah, don't worry about it, Tim. Don't worry about it, Tim. It's just the algorithm. It's just the algorithm. It happens. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Jim Bagnola. And Melanated. I'm Orlando. Very, very beautiful, right? I've always read about this place. I've always wanted to come out here. But we finally made it. Thank you, I'm Orlando. Let's keep it moving. All right, bring my face back. All right, let me stand in the shade over here and talk a little bit more about these places, okay? So when y'all look at this building right here, this is one of the defensive fortifications that you would see in a lot of the Diaolou, the UNESCO World Heritage Site. The number one characteristic of a Diaolou is that it needs to see very, very high because you could have bandits that come from many different directions. You need to have watchtowers so you can see what direction they're trying to attack you from, okay? The other characteristic of a Diaolou is that the windows of these defensive towers need to be very small so you don't give the enemies a lot of opportunities to climb in. Sometimes they have no windows at all. And what else do you notice, guys? What do you notice is the material of all the buildings that you see here. It's all made out of cement, which is highly unusual. Thank you, Bay. Which is, there's no Discord alert, which is highly unusual. Let me bring this back. Which is highly, highly unusual because back 100, 200 years ago, cement was a very, very expensive material. Most people used, like if you had bricks, you were considered wealthy. Okay, most people used clay and mud to build their homes. Rita, you never got one? We're gonna look into it. We're gonna look into it. All right, hopefully the sound is not off. Also looks very European, right? Thank you, Bay. Let's keep it moving. It's a very beautiful sunny day. It's very, very sturdy. It's beautiful. Is the signal okay? Is the signal okay, everybody? He said, what up, Lee? Thank you, Dream Inc. Good? All right, cool. Look at this. Man, I feel like I'm walking around Chapel Hill, North Carolina a little bit. You know, look at this. Thank you, Smokey. Thank you, Big O. It does feel like Chapel Hill, North Carolina a little bit. And look at this in its entirety. Ooh, Hostile, thank you for the heart. I mean, it's not I'm not a, my hair is a little bit short. Man, when I pay $25 for a haircut, man, I want to get my money's worth, dog. Okay, I want to get my money's worth when I'm paying $25 for a haircut. So they usually cut it pretty short. You know what I'm saying? Next time when I get a haircut, I might just go bald, so we can go like 8-9 months without getting a haircut. I want to get my money's worth. All right, as I'm standing out here in the shade in this quiet AC room, we're gonna walk around this entire ancient town. We're also gonna have lunch here. The economic concept behind this is very simple. You pay $20 to enter, and they want you to spend money by buying souvenirs, and they want you to buy your lunch and your dinner here. This is now a full-on tourism spot. Okay, thank you, Lexi. It's all about tourism here now. Most of the buildings is going to have something to do with Southeast Asia, South Asia, the United States, or Europe. 100, 200 years ago, the people here hardly could make a living. They needed to find a way to make a living. So where did they go? They went to the United States to build the Transcontinental Railroad. They went to Malaysia. They went to the Philippines. They went to what is current-day Singapore. They went to Myanmar. They went to Vietnam. They went to all types of places in order to provide labor. A lot of people don't know this, but during World War I, even though China was not a direct combatant in World War I, it never fought a war in East Asia. China did send a lot of laborers to Europe during World War I. Okay, thank you, Joni, and many of them came from here. So you have to understand, this place is very beautiful and very fancy, but it's a result of really 200, 300, 400 years of poverty that forced the people to leave. Thank you, Chris and Carrie. They had to leave if they wanted to make a living. Now, when they go to a British colony or a French colony, these folks learned from the British and the French imperialists, the German imperialists, the Italian imperialists. They learned how to build buildings like a British, like a French, okay? This was at a time, you have to understand, the Qing dynasty was very, very weak. It was very, very weak. And the people in China at the time had what I would call a weakening of their confidence. Because the Chinese people for really thousands of years have felt like the world revolved around them. They felt like they were the most advanced country. They were the most advanced civilization, that every other civilization was like a barbarian civilization. Because the Qing dynasty was defeated by the British in the First and Second Opium War, and also by the Japanese in the First Sino-Japanese War, within the country, there were a lot of people who were beginning to look up to Western culture, to Western studies, to Western books, to Western architecture. Thank you, Richard. So this was at a time when to be Western, to build Western, to learn Western is very, very... what? Thank you, Ted. What happened? We got a restriction? Do we have a little restriction? What just happened? Do I have a little restriction? What the hell? Thank you, Lee. For real? Thank you, Sherry. It's a scam comment. I didn't get in. I don't think we are. I don't think we're getting restricted. I don't think we're getting restricted because I will get a notification. So anyway, my story got interrupted. So anyway, please remember, for the longest time, the Chinese people, the way they drew their maps, thank you, Greg, the way they drew their maps was China is known as the Middle Kingdom, meaning everything revolves around them. But in the late 1800s, the early 1900s, to be Western, to dress Western, to study Western, to build Western became in vogue. People wanted to do it because they had felt that China had fallen behind at that particular time. So this is why so many of these buildings were put up to imitate Western, British, French architectural elements. Okay, because to do that was considered to be in fashion. It was in vogue. Does that make sense? Thank you, Lena. So this is why you're going to see so much Western architectural elements in this ancient city that we're in. Okay, does what I'm saying make sense? Okay, does what I'm saying make sense? Yeah, we're good? All right, let's keep it moving. Now, this place is a pretty fancy place. Thank you, Jose and Callie. Thank you, JK, for sharing. This is a pretty fancy place because a lot of the people that come here are actually overseas Chinese. So a lot of overseas Chinese, they might be direct descendants, or they might be direct descendants, or they might be, let's say, or they heard about places like this. This is called an overseas Chinese town. Okay, so it's got a lot of connection with the overseas descendants of the Chinese people. Okay, so a lot of them like to come out here, and when they come back, they usually have a lot of money to spend. So this is why these hotels are pretty expensive, and these places are pretty high end. So let's keep moving. Thank you, Dream Inc. Where the people at? Well, you see, it's a Monday morning, and people are in school. Let's keep it moving. Please share this live stream like JK is doing. Hit that share button. Tap on your screen. Thank you very much. Let's keep it moving. And look, this is what we call a little mini Diaolou. Let's stop right in front of this one here. Thank you, Pepper and Greg. You see this one right here? This is a mini Diaolou. Check this out. Okay, so this is going to be the first Diaolou that we see today up close. All right, little quiz time. What do you guys notice about this thing? Thank you, TLC. What do you guys notice about this particular Diaolou? Look at how small the windows are. This is somebody's house. This reminds me of a home in Chicago where the land is so scarce in Chicago and New York City. The homes are super narrow. It's like you're in Manhattan or you're in one of the 5 boroughs where land is very scarce. They build it very narrow. Each home is very narrow. So a home in Chicago is like a rectangle if you look at it from above, okay? Meaning it's very narrow and it's very long. This is the exact same concept, except the difference is, do you see a door? Do you see a door anywhere? You see that? You see a door? You don't see a door, right? Because there is no door. They don't want anybody getting in. Does that make sense? They build it upward. Exactly. Look at this. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Let's keep the comments flowing, everybody. Let's keep the comments flowing. Let's keep the comments flowing. Look at that. Y'all see that? So check this out. See this right here? So this is a bank. So this right here is a bank. Y'all see this? Look at that. All right, so this used to be a bank. It was built in 1926. All right, so this is the security center of the bank. So let's come over here once again. So this is essentially what you're looking at is a bank vault. This right here, this particular Diaolou is a bank vault. This is 98 years old. All right, 98 years old, built in 1926. This is where the bank kept its gold, silver, and paper currency. Now, 1926, you got to remember, was still in the late periods of the Republic era. Okay, very, very late periods of the Republic era. This is 98 years old. So once again, remember, no doors, very small windows. I don't know how they got in, probably through underground, but this is a very, very safe structure. Very, very safe. This is the first one we're gonna see. And this is, by the way, this is a very small Diaolou. This is nowhere near the fanciest. Okay, this is like on a scale of 1 to 10, this is like a 3. Very, very small one. Let's keep it moving. So this is the first Diaolou we're seeing. Nylon. Thank you very much. Let's keep it moving. All right, take you guys to the church. Thank you, Susie T, for those of you that went to church. You're going to see churches in here. Why? Because a lot of overseas Chinese people are Christians. A lot of them, when they went overseas, they became converted Catholics or converted Christians. Okay, thank you, Susie T. And they go to First Church right there. Okay, and this was in 1922. So this church right here is 102 years old. Beautiful. It has a British theme, right? So I think a lot of y'all are just joining the live stream. Remember, this is an overseas Chinese establishment. This is for the people who came from overseas back to China, and they built homes for their family, and they built an entire community for their family. Okay, thank you, Sunshine. Let's keep it moving. All right, this is the church right here. It used to be in the center of this town. 开平市基督教赤勘堂. So this is a Christian. 赤勘堂. So this is a Christian. 基督教赤勘堂. So this is a Christian. Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. We can actually, I think we can go in. But yeah, man, but you see how this church doesn't look like the temperature is hot. It's in the 80s. It's in the high 80s with the sun. It is hot. Okay? Thank you, Mystery Boy. Is the signal okay, everyone? You guys could hear me and see me well? Is the signal okay? Okay. The words on the bottom, these 4 words say literally Christian church, 基督教堂. That's literally what it says, Christian church. Thank you, LV. Up top, obviously, it says 1922, and it says the city of Kaiping. Okay? It's glitching a little. All right, stay with me, everybody. So the church is open. Check this out. All right. So this is the Chikan Christian Church, also known as the Presbyterian Church of China. It was built in 1922 with donations from overseas Chinese and returned Chinese. Yeah, this was built in 1922. So let's go. Yeah, 1922 is over 100 years old. I'm gonna go ahead and take off my hat. This is the church right here. Thank you, Williams. So a lot of you guys probably didn't know that China had churches. We've seen a lot of them on the live streams. Okay, just look at this. It's beautiful. Look at that. So these folks probably came back from the United States of America. And look at that. Beautiful. All right, let's go upstairs and see all the American influences over here. Look at that. It's beautiful. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Let's go upstairs. You don't notice any Bibles in front of you? I don't think that this is open to the public. I think this is only for display. So I don't actually think they have service here on Sundays. This is more like a historical site. Okay, but this is amazing. see Jesus anywhere. It's interesting. Let's keep it moving. Oh, they got the Ten Commandments over here. Look at that. It's beautiful. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Laughing and shit in here, man. Loud as hell, man. Let's get up out of here, man. Gotta be quiet in the church, man. See that? Gotta be quiet in the church, man. These people be loud and they be yelling and stuff. Look at that lady over here pretending to be the priest. Look at that. Thank you, Spicy Texan. Look at that. She became the priest for today. Look at that. You see that? Thank you, HB. Let's be quiet in the church, man. Come on, man. Let's get out of here. Let me put my hat back on. All right, let's get up out of here. Let's continue to explore the ancient town. You notice thank you, Tim. You guys notice the contrast between the church and the surrounding buildings? You see that? Thank you, Powlav. Honestly, man, this place feels a little bit like a video game. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. You know, sometimes you play one of those like open, outdoor, like open, outdoor exploration. I'll tell you what I mean by that. You know, sometimes you play one of those like open exploration. I'll tell you what I mean by that. You know, sometimes you play one of those like open video game setting in just how it feels like a video game because there's not a lot of people around. I feel like you're playing a Call of Duty mission or you're in like Red Dead Redemption somewhere. You know, thank you, user. So it's just very, very, thank you, Sunshine. Look at this. I know, Wendy. I know we're lagging. I know, Wendy. Thank you, Wonderful. I know. There's nothing I could do about it. We just got to keep moving. It feels like a movie set. You know, it's got a New Orleans feels to it. Thank you, Delilah and Sunshine. I feel like New Orleans a little bit. I don't know why I am so laggy. I am showing green on my signal. I don't know why it's so bad. So the only thing I could do is keep moving. I guess the infrastructure here is, I don't know why I'm lagging. Thank you, Cecilia. Okay. But as long as you guys comment and I can see the comments keep moving, then it means that we're good. Thank you, Karen and Anna and Pat Zurich. Everybody, the hearts help us move up the rankings. Thank you, Kareen. Thank you, Kareen and Hawk. Can you see Kareen and Eric? Yeah, so let me explain the part about the UNESCO World Heritage Site. The UNESCO World Heritage Site that is known as the Diaolou actually comprises of multiple villages. Multiple villages were inducted into the UNESCO World Heritage Site. There were tens of thousands of people that came from overseas back to China throughout the last few hundred years. All of them built homes for their families. Thank you, Powlav, and most of them were abandoned. So let's keep moving. See, I don't even know where I'm going, but I'm just walking around, just chilling. We're gonna find a place to eat in a couple hours. I'm just like walking around. I don't even know where I'm going. Thank you, Cecilia. Yes, abandoned and converted. This is real. This is real. It's beautiful. This is real. This is absolutely real. Okay, I think I came from this way. I think I gotta keep going this way, actually. Yeah, I mean, this is, like I said, this is one of those places where if you like history and you like to just come out to an ancient town that's got a lot of character, that's very different from the rest of the Chinese ancient towns. See, the rest of Chinese ancient towns, what they look like is cobbled stone streets, Chinese-style ancient buildings, very, very Eastern. This is very different. This is like a European, you know, it feels like you're walking in it feels like you're walking in New Orleans a little bit. It feels like you're walking in, Europe somewhere. Very different from other parts of China. And this is a specialty of Guangdong, of Cantonese in China. It's very different. It's like a European village. And you know what? Far less people. So let's keep moving. Let's explore a little bit more. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Bay. Man, it is hot, man. My ass is burning up, man. We're gonna keep moving. I'm gonna be a couple shades more tan after today's live stream. It is a sunny day, man. They said it was gonna be raining. Where's the rain at? I don't see no rain. Where's the rain at? Thank you, Hanfar. Thank you, JK, for sharing. Please share this live stream. Please continue to share this live stream. Okay, thank you, Erica. Thank you, James and Erica. Beautiful. Thank you, Anna. It does look like a movie set. Pamela and Mike. Look at this. It's really beautiful. Now, where else can you see this in China? Well, you can go to Guangzhou, aka Canton, the capital of Guangdong province. Thank you, Chem Dreams. You can see that in Canton, in Guangzhou. But when you go to Guangzhou, when we were there streaming, those buildings are a little bit different because not as many built their homes in Guangzhou. It was a big city, it was expensive. A lot of them chose to come back to the family land in the middle of the farm in order to build their homes. Does that make sense? Please follow the channel. So what that means is when you look at a lot of these buildings, what that means is very simple. They are in the middle of nowhere. It took me an hour and 15 minutes to get here from downtown Jiangmen. We are actually in the middle of a farm. It looks like there's a lot going on. Thank you, Bay. It looks like, this looks like a fully functioning town. In reality, 100 years ago, 100 years ago, if you came for today, but back then it was very, very rural. These people kept to themselves. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really, thank you, Anna. Okay, these folks kept to themselves. Look at this. Fucking beautiful. Let's keep the comments flowing. Look at this right here. Look at this. Let's keep the comments flowing, everybody. Look at this. Man, thank you, Bay. Oh, man, moderators, we got a lot of spammers today, man. We got a lot of spammers today. Let's keep it moving. We got a lot of spammers today. We got our work cut out for us. Look at this. We are getting hit by a lot of spammers. Look how beautiful this looks. Look at this. Beautiful. Thank you, Plant Groove. Hit the follow button and share this live stream. Thank you, Plant Groove. All right, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Look at all this. This is really the most beautiful architecture that you can find in Guangdong. I mean, you just don't see this anywhere else. You see this maybe a little bit in Shanghai. Maybe a little bit in Shanghai. Thank you, Purvella. But not nearly to the extent that you see them here in Canton. Thank you, Lin, in Guangdong. Look at this. Gorgeous. Look at this. Now, you see these tracks over here on the ground. There's obviously used to be a little trolley car that passed through this town. Okay, like a little rail, like a little trolley car. Okay, that's no longer here. Now, check this out. This used to be the firefighter station from the 1920s and the 1930s. Check this out. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, please share this live stream and follow the channel. I'm out of the sun a little bit, so it saves me from getting burnt up. Look at this. Well, that's why this is why y'all watch me on TikTok. I try to avoid the crowds. The number one conclusion that I've come to since I started streaming is that I need to avoid crowds. There's nothing good about a big crowd. Things are expensive. Prices get jacked up. Cell phone signal is no good because everyone is on their phone. I like to go to places when people are at work or at school so we can have a better tour and we can have the place all to ourselves. And look at that. That's another very European element right there. Wait till we go to Macau, by the way, everybody. When we go to Macau in southern China, the special autonomous region of Macau, we're going to see so much European elements. Everything that you can think of back home in Las Vegas, they have it here in Macau. Okay? Except it's a little bit newer and it's a little bit more modern. So let's keep moving. Check this out. But believe me, just as ratchet as it is in Las Vegas. Believe me. Thank you, Miss Taina. There's no litter, absolutely. Thank you, Miss Taina. By the way, man, for those of you that are watching and enjoying this, man, y'all really love the culture. You know, because people like to go to the night markets. They love to see the crowds. They love to see the food. But today what we're doing is just walking around and getting back to the bread and butter of what we do on TikTok, which is history, which is scenery, and just chatting. You know what I mean? Thank you, Buttons. Appreciate that, Buttons. Let's keep it moving. Look at this. Now, if I tell you right now, we're in Venice, we're in Rome, and I say this is not China, thank you, Kay. Like, it wouldn't be that hard to believe, right? Thank you, Wendy. Okay, look at this. Right? This looks just like Italy. Thank you, Richard. Look how beautiful this is. This is in China. And this is not an imitation to make it look Western. This is like actually how people built homes in this region when they came from overseas. Thank you, Kay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is how people built their homes. It's freaking beautiful. Thank you, Martha. So people don't live here anymore. As I was saying earlier in the show, a lot of the overseas Chinese people, due to the uncertainty of how the country was going to turn out after 1949, they fled the country. Just like, let me give you guys a little fun fact over here, everybody. Any of you guys watching are Canadians, or you have relatives in Canada, or you've been to Canada? Anybody watching? Canadian? You've been to Canada? Anybody? Thank you, Bay. Anybody? Raise your hand if you are Canadian or you've been to Canada. You guys, okay, so we got some Canadians over here. Okay, I gotta give you guys a little fun fact. I think people have a fear, maybe I would call it an irrational fear. Thank you, Maria and Bay. Every time in recent Chinese history, there seems to be a very irrational fear every time the Communist Party takes power and people flee and they leave because they think something is going to happen to their property, something is going to happen to them, so they leave. The latest example of that is actually in 1997 when Hong Kong was handed back to China. Back to China chances are, and you live in Vancouver or you live in Toronto, chances are you might have a Chinese neighbor that came to Canada just before 1997, in the early to mid 1990s. Okay, they had an irrational fear that once Hong Kong was governed by Beijing, it was governed by the communists, that something was going to happen to them. Now, those fears are totally unfounded. This is why many of them have actually now part-time go back to live in Hong Kong. So even in 1997, 1994, 1995, 1996, they may have fled Hong Kong to go to Canada. A lot of them now realize 30, 25 years later that life isn't that bad, and a lot of them have gone back. Or they still have a home there, they visit there. So it's like throughout recent history, there's always been like a very irrational fear of people fleeing and taking all their possessions with them, selling off what they can because they felt like, something was going to happen to them, they're going to be persecuted. So this is why a lot of these villages that we go to nowadays don't actually have any residents, because the original residents left, and that's why they're a tourist location. Thank you, Bay. Does that make sense, everybody? Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's keep walking around. Does what I'm saying make sense, everybody? Does it make sense? Yeah, hopefully it makes sense. Who owns them? Well, this particular place is now owned by the what's it called? By the government, by the company that runs this tourist spot. Okay, so let's keep walking. This place is freaking beautiful, y'all. Look at this. This looks like this honestly looked like a movie set. I wouldn't be surprised if they filmed some movies here. Look at this. This feels like a little time capsule back to 100 years ago. Look at this. Look at this place. It is a ghost town, I know, that's why I love it. Look at this. Beautiful. Thank you, Bay. Now, you try to come here in the summertime when all the kids are out of school, it wouldn't be a ghost town. It'd be filled with people. And it would be a very, very, very poor experience, because there will be so many people. Look at this place. Thank you, brand new. Man, Tammy Jones. Thank you very much, Tammy. Thank you, Tammy. Look at this. Look at this. Thank you, Jolie. Thank you, Janelle. It is very pretty at night. These are all lights. They light up. Oh, this look like a movie set right here, man. Thank you, Big Fox. See that building right here in particular? Look, the easiest way for me to describe where the European elements are, usually with one of these buildings, is always around the roof. Thank you, Dan. Look at the roof. By the way, I just realized something, y'all. Today, I actually Googled this yesterday. So even though China today doesn't have the one-child policy anymore, it's actually technically still have a 3-child policy. So from what I understand, I think you could still only have up to 3 kids. From what I understand, I thought it was like if you want to be like Octomom and you want to have like 8, it's okay. But apparently, I think the rule is still in place that you could have like up to 3. Now, a lot of people don't follow that rule, and very few people are having any kids, let alone 3. Okay, but it's like, I didn't realize that. I thought it was you could have as many as you want nowadays, because the number is actually 3. So I guess it's called the 3-child policy. Let's keep it moving. What the hell is this? What the hell's going on over here? What is this? Got a little arcade in here. Thank you, Plant Groove. Nah, ain't no 19 kids. 19 kids and counting. Hell no, there's no such thing as 19 kids and counting here. Man, look at this. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for the CA. Thank you for the CA, Roman Cowgirl. I appreciate you. I have received it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Wendy. I saw that Hyotu just came in. We got to give a birthday shout out to Mr. Hyotu. Mr. Hyotu is one of our best viewers. He's been with us since like April. Thank you, Jolie, and thank you, Dan. Thank you, Jolie. Jolie, great to see you. Hyotu, happy birthday to you. You ain't got to tell us how you are, man. How old you are, but happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. That's what I was saying. It looks like Red Dead Redemption a little bit, right? That's what I was saying. This looks like a video game called Red Dead Redemption in New Orleans. Red Dead Redemption in New Orleans. Spammers, everybody. Moderators, the spammers are back. Mods, the spammers are back, everybody. Thank you, Winnie and Mama Needs. The spammers are back. Amuj, Wendy, and Kirby. I think we getting hit by spammers extra hard today. Thank you, Bay. I appreciate y'all taking care of them. Thank you, Blackpink. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Curb. Look at these buildings. Absolutely gorgeous buildings. Look at this. Hyotu, happy birthday to you, sir. Enjoy your evening. Have a great birthday. Celebrate it with your family. Thank you, Rita. Please follow the channel and share this. Deanna, thank you for 9 months of watching me on TikTok. Thank you, Yehoshua. Thank you, Mercedes. This is freaking beautiful. Look at this. So these are not all empty. Let me explain to you what's going on in here. These are all stores and restaurants. Thank you, Garnita and Yehoshua. Because right now we are not in what I would call peak season. There's not a lot of tourists. So a lot of these stores are actually closed to save on overhead. If you were here during the summertime, if you were here when all the kids are out, there would actually be a lot of people here, man. We'll run into another tour group, man. The tour groups just keep following me. No matter where I go, man, the tour groups just keep coming. Tour groups just keep coming. So we're going to have to, let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Bay. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Garnita. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Garnita. So to answer y'all's questions, man, this is actually not empty. These are all just stores. A lot of them have been closed to save overhead. Thank you, Dinaz and Delilah. Everybody, do you guys notice what's happening here today? Do any of you guys notice what's happening, everybody? You guys notice what's going on today with our live stream? So we're getting hit with waves of spammers. I don't know if they're going to every single live stream to do this or just mine, but you guys see how we're getting hit with waves of spammers that spike up the number of viewers online at any given point, and then they leave a lot of spam comments. You guys see that? So my ma's got to work extra hard today, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you, Diane E. Thank you, Joy. Keep it moving. They're hitting everyone. Cool. See, look, here they go. Here they go again. Thank you, Joy. Here they go. Thank you, Hyotu and Mercedes. Thank you, Hyotu. Man, I got a lot of moderators on. Y'all walking. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much, everybody. So Diane E, thank you for the galaxy earlier. So this is a ancient town called Chikan ancient town, built by the overseas Chinese who came back to China a couple hundred years ago. Thank you, Diane. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So a lot of people do get married here. Some marriages, a lot of weddings are held here. Some of these buildings are actually now hotels. Like, for example, this one in front of me These are what I would consider to be 5-star, 4-star hotels here. Very, very expensive, especially during the summertime. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Roxanne. Please follow the channel, everybody. I stream daily out here in China. We're heading to Taiwan in southern China, and then we're heading to Japan, Vietnam, and Thailand. All right, and we should be going to Singapore and Malaysia. I got to look at the rules for streaming in Singapore, but we should be streaming in Singapore as well. So please follow the channel if you haven't. Thank you, Sarah and Wayne. We stream every single day out here. I'm an American from the state of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. I went to Carolina for my undergrad and my MBA. Please make sure y'all follow the channel. We explain the Far East, the mysticality of the Far East in a way that's easy for Americans back home to understand. Thank you, Sherry and Rebecca. Let's keep moving. Thank you, Wayne, and thank you, Sherry. Beautiful. Look at this. This is freaking beautiful. What do you guys think about the vibe of this place? Besides that it looks like a video game. Thank you, Wayne. The weather is nice. It's just hot. I'm sweating everywhere. It's hot. Thank you, Delilah. Very chill, right? And this is the way you spell it, by the way. Chikan. In Chinese, it's called Chikan, which literally translated into Chikan, overseas Chinese ancient city. Emily, thank you so much, Emily. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate that. Chikan, ancient city built by the overseas Chinese. Look at this. Hello in South Carolina. Thank you, Go Me. I use a little battery pack. So I have I have a very heavy book bag on because this afternoon I'm going to be filming some content for the channel. You guys know I not only stream, I also make episodes. I'm filming some content for the channel. So this afternoon I actually have to go and fly my drone at the village, an actual village. The reason we didn't go there this morning is we don't think there's going to be cell phone signal there. So we probably can't stream it. Look at this. We probably can't stream it without a signal. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Look at this. This is Chinese. This is a very Chinese architecture right here. Thank you, Keith and Wayne. Look at this. Look at the painting on top. This is freaking beautiful. Thank you, Jojo and Keith. And look, not only the paintings, look at the hand-carved wood. You see the hand-carved wood on the corners? It's all hand-carved. Check this out. That is, again, Cantonese culture right here. See, I'm trying to figure out what this says, too. I can make out the words, right? What the hell? 穿丝图公词. I don't know what the first word is. See, that word right there I don't recognize because it's written in traditional Chinese. What is that? What is that? What the hell does that say? Guang. What is that word right there? I can't even read that word. That first word right there. If a Chinese person is watching, let me know what that says, because that is traditional Chinese writing. Thank you, Mercedes. Hopefully the Chinese viewers know. Thank you, Mercedes. Let's keep moving. Beautiful this is. Plant Groove don't even know. Look, see, that's why I don't really feel bad about only having a 5th grade education out here in China, because the Chinese people that are watching don't even know what that word says. Now, they have college degrees. My ass only has a 5th grade education, and I could read a lot of words. So I'm pretty proud of myself. Thank you, Neats and Diana. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. Okay, I'm actually pretty proud. Thank you, Garnita. I got a 5th grade education, baby. I'm pretty proud. I can read a lot of words. Man, I am not touching anything here, man. You break this, I'm gonna be in debt. Look how beautiful this is. Look. Thank you, Delilah. Hey, everybody looking at this. This is gonna bring us some good luck. This is gonna bring us some good luck and some good health. So See that traditional dragon dance. Thank you, MK, Wang, and Jojo. Beautiful. Thank you, Diana. Man, I don't really know what this place is. We're gonna buy with our eyes. We're gonna look with our eyes. We ain't gonna buy anything. Okay, because this looks expensive. Ain't anything. We're gonna buy with our eyes. We're gonna look with our eyes. We ain't gonna buy anything. Okay, because this looks expensive. Yeah, that look real expensive. Thank you, Garnita. We're gonna get up out of here, man. Let's get up out of here. Let's keep exploring. Yeah, those are beetles, man. Check this out. See, good thing these things ain't for eating. I don't know what the hell these things have to do with this ancient city over here. I don't know why they selling this. But that's $20 for the scorpion right here. $22 for the scorpion. Let's keep moving, man. Let's get up out of here. Let's go back to the ancient city. I'm not a big store guy. I'm not trying to here to shop. I'm not trying to come here to shop. I was attracted by the architecture. As you see here, usually in wealthy Chinese homes, it's not enough just to have a home. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Lori. You gotta have decoration and lots of different types of paintings and carvings to denote your social status, right? These paintings over here on top are newer, so they're not original, but it is faithful to what a upper class wealthy politician or a wealthy business person would have lived in during that time. Okay, this is a very faithful reproduction of what a home would have looked like over here. Thank you to Obvious. Now, something I have to tell you guys, in ancient China, a lot of y'all are probably surprised by this. In ancient Chinese culture, historically speaking, over the last few thousand years, to be a businesswoman or a businessman is actually considered the lowest rung of society, even lower than being a farmer. I'm gonna say that again because a lot of y'all probably don't understand what I just said. To be considered a businessman or a businesswoman, to be a businessman or a businesswoman in ancient China is actually considered the lowest rung of society, even lower than a farmer. Okay, so does that make sense? Now, what is the highest rung of society? Do any of you guys have the highest? Do you guys know what is the highest rung of society? The highest? Right? Plant Groove agrees, right? The highest rung of society, okay, is actually to be a politician or to be a member, obviously, of the imperial family, but it's actually to be a politician. Everybody wanted to be a politician. Okay, everybody wanted to be a politician in ancient China. Okay, so let's keep it moving. No, it's not a beetle shop owner, man. That's certainly not the highest rung of society. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Glizelle. Let's keep it moving. All right, man. To everybody back home in the United States, really, really understand. This place right here in the summertime is going to get really, really crowded. Thank you, Tip Top and Wayne. So if you ever come out to a place like this, you got to do it in the months of November and December because they don't celebrate Christmas out here, and not a lot of people come out here from the western part of the world because a lot of people don't know about them. If you come here in July and August, you are going to be sweating your nuts off and you're going to be rubbing shoulder to shoulder with everybody else in these streets. It's going to be a very, very unpleasant experience. For a vacation ancient town like this, they're going to make close to 80% of their revenue during the 2 months of summer alone. So for the rest of the year, they don't actually make that much revenue. They open it every day, okay, but they keep the overhead to a minimum with the number of employees. Thank you, Sherry. It's always in the summertime, the 2 months of summer. People ask, where are the people? People ask, where are the people? A lot of people ask, where are the people? Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Okay, thank you, Pow Lav. Yeah, it costs $20 to enter here. And like I said, man, look, you can see, like, this is actually very fancy. Right? Like, this is a fancy place. Thank you to Obvious Enjoy. Okay, thank you, Diana Gold. Thank you, Plant Groove. I know I was lagging a little bit, man. We're going to keep it moving. I will give you guys a word of the day later. Let's keep it moving. See, this is like a fancy place right here. Thank you, Quinn. Look at this little fancy little massage parlor over here. See that? Thank you, Katie and Mike. We got the strangest things in this ancient town. We got a little barber shop over here. What the hell? We got a little barber shop here. Let's keep moving. Thank you, Sin. Word of the day. Let me think about it. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If you work here at this job, thank you, Bay. If you're an employee, see, look at this employee right here inside. She on her phone right now. You can hear her. She's on her phone. She gets paid during non-peak season like this. Thank you, Young Burrow. She gets paid to just sit there and do nothing for 8 hours a day. Not a single customer, nothing to do. Just come out here, collect your check, and go home. And so basically what Charlie Lambert does, but you know what I'm saying, just sit there all day, collect your paycheck, and go home. You know what I'm saying? Swipe Chinese TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Swipe on TikTok, just chilling. You need a job like that, Shayna, huh? Just living the life. I'm telling y'all, they just living the life out here. You know, that's what Charlie Lambert does. And you know, you just said this is an American brand. That's because this is an overseas Chinese establishment. Like, look at this. See that? This is called San Francisco Hotel. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's keep it moving. It's freaking beautiful. What the hell is this? Oh man, this is... Alright, we ain't gonna buy shit in here, but I want to show you guys something very, very nice. Alright, do you guys remember last night's live stream? Why does a fly keep following me? Last night it was mosquitoes, now it's flies. Alright, you guys remember last night when I streamed, I showed you guys how the tangerine peels were made? How many of you guys caught the live stream last night where we saw firsthand how they made tangerine peels? You guys remember that? Shauna, you remember that, right? First of all, let me explain something to you guys, man. I am allergic to stores like this. I have an allergy to stores like this because they cost a lot of money. They're expensive. So every time I'm coming here, achoo, I want to sneeze because I'm allergic to expensive places. Okay, I'm sneezing. Okay, I am allergic to this place. Okay, but it just goes to show you that this, like, look at this right here. Okay, so let me explain to you guys what's going on over here. All right, check this out. So this is what, thank you, Mike. Thank you so much, Mike. This is what tangerine peel after 12 years look like. So this was made in 2012. This is authentic orange peel. Okay, so this is made in 2012. Check out the texture of this thing after 12 years of sitting in the sun and being kept in a dry place, right? This is 12-year-old tangerine peel, okay? And let me tell you guys the price. Thank you, Ryko. This is aged 12-year-old tangerine peel. Remember, the older it is, the more expensive, all right? Look at the price right here. If it's 5 years old, to get 150 grams, it'll cost you, this is the membership price, it'll cost you about $45. 10 years, more expensive. Look at how expensive it is for 20-year-old tangerine peels. Almost $300 for just 150 grams. That comes out to like $2 a gram. Very, very expensive. You don't eat this per se. You make tea and you make soup with this. You make tea and soup, everybody. So you can see jars and jars of this stuff is filled with tangerine peels. See that? Look at this. Very, very expensive stuff. Yes, helps with the rankings. Please send your daily heart me's, everybody. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, so the older, it's just like wine, everybody. The older it is, the more expensive it is. This fly keeps following me. Thank you, Nanny. Thank you, Best, Karen, and Indigo. And this right here is also a status symbol in China. So it's very fashionable for giving as a gift. So for example, if you're a young man and you're about to meet your potential father-in-law for the very first time and your mother-in-law for the very first time, a lot of people, what they like to do is they like to buy things like that for when they go and see the woman or the girl's parents. You know, they'll buy like fine tangerine peels, nice quality alcohol, things like that. Okay, so this is very, very important for gift giving. Thank you, Gamma. Let's keep it moving. Beautiful. 你好。你好。你好。谢谢谢谢。Look at this. I should ask for a free sample, man. Because this stuff will give you verticality in a hurry because it's got a lot of vitamins inside and it's got a lot of good antioxidants. You drink this thing right here, the rocket will be taking off for Mars in no time. Okay? The rocket will be taking off in no time. Verticality is coming. Let's keep moving. Man, my whole take on this place, man. Little quiet little place, man. Little quiet little Chinese Venice. Look at this. Freaking beautiful. Serene. And this just goes to show you what I was talking about. You know, we're in the middle of nowhere. Like, all around us is farms and, you know, rural residents working on the land. We're nowhere near. Thank you, Martha. We're nowhere near downtown. We're like 20 minutes away from downtown, driving. It's like we're in the middle of the suburbs. We're in the middle of the countryside. Beautiful. Yes, exactly. In 1949, it was no longer necessary to have Diaolou. Look how beautiful this looks. Let's keep moving. Thank you, Liz. Liz, that's how we move up the rankings, everybody. Everything from the exclusive section. All right, let's quickly walk further into the center of this place. All right, we're gonna cut through where we just came from for about 30 seconds. We're gonna keep walking to the place that we didn't go to. Thank you, Liz and V-Rod. Thank you very much. We're top 10% in League A1. Thank you, James. The tracks are for the cable car. There used to be like a little cable car like what you have in San Francisco that used to run through this place. Thank you, Liz. Let's keep moving. Oh, there go another Diaolou right here. You see that one? Thank you, Liz and Wayne. Thank you, Diana, for resubscribing. There go another Diaolou right there. Oh, that's freaking gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, man. Thank you, Lori. It is, Jane. It is very commercialized. But it's beautiful, though. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's continue to walk around. And then we'll find a place to eat in here. Thank you, Liz. Liz, that's how we move up the rankings. Thank you, Sin. Thank you, Liz. No, we'll go get a plate. By the way, I'm sweating through my entire shirt. It's hot. Like, for a lot of y'all in the United States, if you live in northern, even Central America, like in the central part of the United States or northern part, it should be cold where you are now. It is 85, close to 90 degrees here today in southern China. This is Miami, Florida weather. It is humid, it is hot, it is like a very swampy feel, you know? And when we go to Macau, it's gonna be the exact same thing. We're only, thank you Diana and Jertz, okay? It is cold in many, many parts of America, and northern China is already snowing. Here in southern China, 90 degrees. And fully sunny. Thank you, Jazz and Jertz. Liz, thank you. Let's keep moving. Thank you, Liz. 4 feet of snow. Yeah. I got 4 feet. I got 4 feet of humidity over here. Let's see what they sell in this freaking store over here. It's another store I'm allergic to. Should we go in real quick? Thank you, Liz. I want to go in real quick and check this out. I know Harbin already minus 18 degrees. I go in here real quick.您坐，我慢慢看，我自己看一看。And the nice thing about coming to an overseas Chinese tourist attraction here in China, everything got English on it. So you don't speak any Chinese, well, they got American words on it. You know, they got American words on it. You can understand everything. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, you live in Texas, it's just like here. It's hot. Thank you, Diane E. Very touristy. Let's get up out of here. Let's keep exploring. Thank you, Diane E. Thank you, Liz. Who just subscribed? Thank you so much for subscribing, whoever it was. I missed it. Thank you, Liz. And thank y'all for the galaxy. Thank you very much. We're halfway to our goal already. Thank you, James. Let's keep moving. Our goal already. Thank you, James. Let's keep moving. And he is. Let's keep it moving. I'll tell you this, man. You come out to a place like this, nice urinals that don't smell bad. At least you got nice quality toilets with nice urinals that don't smell bad. Thank you, Lisa. I actually kind of appreciate a place like this, but you never know. You might have to go tear up that toilet. And so I bet you, man, they won't have a nice Western style toilet over here. Thank you, Lisa. And what's up, OMG fam? Great to see everybody. Follow the channel, share this live stream. Let's keep it moving. It's really a damn shame there's not a lot of American faces out here. Well, you know, minus the overseas Chinese people that are here. But it's really a shame that a lot of Europeans and Americans don't come here. You know, have you seen a single American face here at all? You hardly see any people to begin with, right? You haven't seen any Americans here. It's one of those places that deserves to be seen by more people. Thank you, Debbie. Yeah, you are here, Charlie. What I mean by is like coming here and visiting this place. You know, y'all think this is worth $20 to come in here and explore this? Thank you, Debbie and Liz. You guys think this is worth $20? Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Liz. Yeah. Tell you guys something. I just noticed this word from a very long distance away, very far away. I noticed this word right here. Somebody explain to me what the hell this means. Why is that here? Thank you, Liz. Why is this here? What the hell is this shit all about? Look at this. You will be able to visit. What the hell is this all about? Can somebody explain to me what the hell is this all about? Now, my hypothesis, don't laugh at this, y'all. I think my hypothesis on what is happening over here, I think is pretty obvious. I think it's pretty obvious. Don't laugh because I'm actually very serious about this. I think this place is modeled after certain parts of San Francisco from like the 17 and 18 and early 1900s, especially 18 and 1700s. And I think the gold digger comment and the word that you see here refers to the gold rush in San Francisco. So what I mean by that is a lot of Chinese people went to the United States to go work on the Intercontinental Railroad. And after they left the project, those that survived and they were paid, many of them settled in San Francisco. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz. This is why so many Chinese people live in San Francisco, in Irvine, California, in the Los Angeles area, because when they came from China in the 1800s and especially in the 1800s, San Francisco was one of their first landing points. Thank you, James and Wendy. Does that make sense? So I feel like this is one of those explanations why this place actually has more to do with San Francisco than we think, because some of the people that came back here to this area of China actually came back from San Francisco. Thank you, Karen. So when you guys look at this comment right here, man, don't be thinking about that Kanye song. Don't be thinking about that Kanye West song called Gold Digger. Think about the movement. Thank you, Liz and Gidget. Think about the movement in the 1800s, the gold rush. It ain't the Kanye West song. It ain't she was a gold digger. No, it ain't that song. It's the gold rush. Okay? Thank you, Liz. You guys remember that Kanye song? Okay? She was a gold digger. Let's keep it moving. Man. How many of y'all remember that song? Thank you, Liz. I love that song. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Gidget. Jolie thought that was funny. That's good. Keep going. I'm telling y'all, man, I can make some films out here, man. You give me this and a clean setting without a lot of people, I can make some films here. I'm serious, man. Now, I ain't talking about no Hollywood films either, if you know what I'm saying. Shit, this will be a very nice backdrop to make some nice films, man. I get some work done over here, man. You know what I mean? Ooh, my God, Gom said, let's make it. Oh. Thank you, Liz. Who just bought TikTok? I don't think funny is in my blood. I think lame-ass jokes is in my blood. I have an endless supply of lame-ass jokes. Don't worry, the more you watch, the more lame they get. Thank you, Liz and Diana Gold. The hell? Liz, all these things you're sending from the exclusive section is sending us skyrocketing in the rankings. We are now ranked number 89 in League A1. We're ranked number 90 now in League A1. Like every single thing from the exclusive section that you're sending, like what Jesselyn Tan just sent with the heart, we are moving up the rankings like crazy. Thank you, Liz. Thank you so much. Thank you, Delilah. I'm pretty sure it's intentional because it's like you are sending me up the rankings like crazy. Thank you, Delilah and Chuck. Thank you so much. Let's keep it moving. And being up in the rankings is very helpful for us because it means that we're gonna be discovered by more people. Thank you, Leslie and William. Thank you, Joy and Lori. Thank you, William Bab. Thank you. Charlie Lambert. Thank you, Charlie Lambert. William Babb. Thank you, Charlie Lambert. I appreciate you. Let's keep moving. We're going to have to find a place to eat soon because I'm a little bit hungry from all the heat. And I didn't have breakfast. Thank you, Leslie. So let's go find a place to eat soon. Thank you, Charlie and Leslie. Damn, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. Yeah, we number 67 now on League A1. Do you guys understand how hard that is? Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Charlie. Do you guys know how hard it is to be in the top 100 in League A1 after I hardly streamed in the month of October? That's crazy. Like, we are literally getting our way to the top of League A1. That's crazy. Thank you, Lori Hunfar. Delilah and my mall. Yeah, it's good. I enjoy what I do. I don't mind the heat. I enjoy what I do. Let's keep moving. What is this? Thank you, Alien and Ian Paul. This is a little Western American restaurant. A little pastry over here. Thank you, Alien, Liz, and Lori. Do you think we should make a reservation? Or do you think we could just walk right in? Thank you, Liz. Look how clean this place is. Thank you so much, Liz. Look how clean this freaking place is. Beautiful. Like I said, 80% of the revenue of this place comes from the summertime. Thank you, Bay and Liz. I know, we're number 67 in League A1. It's crazy. We're gonna have a traditional Chinese lunch. So this area over here is under renovation. Thank you, V-Ride. I know it's very calm, it's very peaceful. If I wasn't streaming, what I would do is find a little coffee shop, order some coffee, and just chill for a little bit. If I wasn't streaming, technically I could do that even when I am streaming. You know, get like a little coffee and just chill. Thank you, Delilah. Thank you, Joy. Yeah, Annie, that's right. Thank you, Liz. Do you guys remember back in April? You know, this is one of the most surprising things when I started streaming, was back in April, I streamed a water town at night called the Gubei Ancient Water Town. Liz, thank you so much, Liz. There are people that tell me, thank you, Liz. There are people that tell me to this day that it was one of their favorite live streams. And the reason I find that to be so surprising is that we usually, thank you, Liz, we usually have so much more audience members when we are streaming in a crowded place with a lot of people around and a lot of commotion, with a lot of activity. Yet a lot of people tell me that water town that they saw that night when I was the only person was one of the most beautiful places that they've ever seen. So this is why, like, the more I stream, the less I get stressed out. You know, thank you, Mr. Lambert. Thank you, Charlie. Man, look at that Charlie profile. See, I don't know who that person in Charlie profile photo is, man. Thank you, Liz. So this is why I don't get stressed out anymore if I go to a place and there isn't a lot of people, because a lot of people back home actually prefer the tranquility of a place like this. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Macabello. And a new profile, but a lot of people prefer this. Let's keep it moving. Almost 200, for everybody who's been tapping on your screen, hurting your fingers, I appreciate you. That's how we move up the rankings. Let's keep moving. Mr. Macabello and Charlie, Liz, thank y'all. Thank you, Plant Groove. Does anyone live here? I don't think so. Maybe the security staff and some of the employees live here, but I don't think anyone lives here anymore. It's now just a Chinese commercial project, beach in town. Thank you, Eric and Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. Thank y'all for tapping. Let's get to 250,000 likes. All right, let's go over here. I think this is all right, so it's a very famous Chinese movie from a couple of years ago, about 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Thank you, Pamela. Called 让子弹飞, which means let the bullet fly. Very, very famous movie. And it was actually filmed at the Diaolou area here in Guangdong, here in Cantonese China. this one here. So keep it moving. Your favorite was the Great Wall? Me too. I really enjoy the Great Wall. Of all the Great Walls of China that I've been to, and I've been to a lot of them right here on TikTok with you guys, my favorite Great Wall that I've ever been to with you guys was when we went to the Badaling Great Wall of China in Beijing at nighttime. That's my favorite Great Wall of China live stream of all time. I've never been anywhere that I liked better than that place. That was my favorite. The Great Wall of China at night was my favorite place. It was so peaceful. It was so tranquil. We were the only people there. You know what I'm saying? We met that young lady from Italy. Do you guys remember that Italian young lady we met? Thank you, Cindy. Tim, you remember that, right? Wendy, you remember? Y'all remember that young lady from Italy? You guys remember that? Okay. Let's keep it moving. Dunk is like pointing at me and stuff. See, the reason why that particular Great Wall was so memorable is a lot of the times nowadays, now that the COVID pandemic is over, when you go to the Great Wall of China, it's usually filled with people. It's usually packed with people. The fact that night we could have the Great Wall of China all to ourselves and it was lit up at night was unlike anything I've ever seen before. It was unlike anything I've ever seen before. So it was super, super cool. That was my favorite live stream from any section of the Great Wall. Thank you, Rich Amada. Definitely my favorite. Okay, just totally full of tranquility. Like it was a mood. It was a vibe. And we will go back there again next year. For those of you that missed it, we'll go back there again next year. Except next year we'll go during the daytime. So I know I fell and I twisted my left ankle. Yeah, you remember that. Thank you, Miss Taina. Let's keep it moving. Hey, a little quiz time, everybody. For those of you that watched my channel before, why is it that in the Chinese culture, oftentimes on top of a door or on top of a house, you'll see fish in the decoration? Any of you guys remember that? That was also our Chinese word of the day from a few months ago. Why is it that there's a lot of fish decorated on Chinese homes and Chinese businesses? Does anybody know the right answer to this? Right, Annabelle, prosperity. That's right. Thank you, Liz. Thank you very much, Liz. Look at this. Okay, because the Chinese word, smiles and Liz, thank you. The Chinese word for fish is called yu. The Chinese word for extra abundance and having leftovers at the end of the year is also zhu, which means extra. So fish is pronounced the same way as abundance and prosperity. That's why fish is often used as decoration, as a good luck symbol throughout China. Now, another thing you have to remember, thank you, Liz, is that bats are also a good sign because bats is called 蝙蝠, and the word 福 rhymes. It sounds the same as good luck and good prosperity in the Chinese language. Okay, thank you, Liz and Ada Torres. Does that make sense, everybody? Bats, 蝙蝠, 福 means good luck. Okay, so bats and fish, you will see it everywhere in very, very traditional Chinese architecture on the windows, not this one here, but on the traditional windows, on the door sills, everywhere. Thank you, Liz. Let's keep it moving. That's right, we ran into that, she wasn't actually a student. I asked her if she was a student. Thank you, Liz. You guys remember I asked her if she was a student? She said no. She's like 30 years old. She's like 31 years old. She's a fully grown adult. Thank you, Liz. She might be watching this right now, actually. She followed me on TikTok. She might be watching this. And let's keep it moving. Thank you, Liz. Yeah, we moving up the rankings big time. Let's keep it moving. All right, should we go find a place to eat? Yeah, right. The guards were following me. That's right. You got a good memory. You got a good memory, bro. That's right. All right, let's look for a place to eat. A little 5-minute walk, easy work. The tracks are a cable car. There used to be a cable car that runs through here. That's what the tracks are for, a cable car. Thank you, Nana. Let's go and get out of here. We are live in Chikan, ancient town. basically we got the place all to ourselves. Freaking incredible. Yeah, we talked to those young guys from France. I didn't get their WeChat though. Nor did I get their TikTok. That Italian girl? Hell yeah. Here you go. Here's my WeChat. Actually, I didn't give her my WeChat that day. So here's my TikTok. Follow me on TikTok, please. Let's keep it moving. Beautiful. Thank you, Jesslyn Tan. If you guys like quiet places like this, it's a big win for the channel, because I'm going to go and take you guys to more places like this where we don't have to be worried about the crowds. When we go out into the far western flungs of China, in Xinjiang, in Qinghai, in Gansu, so many places are deserted like this. And we could do a lot of cool live streams from very, very out of the way. Very, very out of the way. What did Charlie Lambert just say? He make a little joke. Charlie Lambert just make a little joke. Thank you, CKC. He be making jokes, huh? Charlie Lambert be making jokes, huh? That's cool. Go this way. All right, let's go to lunch, man. Let's go to lunch. 5-minute walk to the restaurant. Let's go to lunch. It's hot as hell. Sweating my nuts off, man. Let's keep it moving. Let's get up out of here. Oh, Ada, please contact Wendy and Tammy Jones. They could walk you through the process. We're always looking for good moderators. By the way, Curb. I think you might be the only male moderator I have. I think you might be the only male active moderator I have. Every single moderator I have is a lovely lady. You might be the only male moderator. David Doe is still a moderator, but he hasn't been around in a long time. I think you might be the only male moderator. Now think about it, right? Yeah, you are. That's right. Man, I appreciate that comment. Ray TGO. We're gonna go to lunch now. I'm going to get up out of here. Man, let's keep it moving. What happened to Ian? Well, Ian decided to go his own way, and we wish him nothing but the best. We wish him. What's that? What they taking photos of? What's this? Oh, what's for lunch? Chinese food. Yeah, exactly. Main Street, China. I appreciate that, Kirby. I appreciate it. I know, right? Good. I agree. Good location to film a zombie show. I know. I'm telling y'all, I can make some films here, man. It ain't gonna be X-rated. I could film some. I could film some stuff here, man. I'm telling y'all, we could do some damage over here. All right, where's this restaurant at? Where's this restaurant? Ah.